You could go get hypnotized and have a hypnotist cause you to believe that that ice cold shower is scalding hot and burning your skin. My question is, if in fact someone can change you at the level of your decoding, which is the brain, to believe that something that was ice cold is burning your skin hot, then was it ever ice cold? Welcome back to one's journey of unwinding the mind and, of course, your daily microdose. Now, tune in to the latest episode of One's Journey. Today, we are going to talk about perceptions of the mind. Yeah, perceptions of the mind. That sounds about right. And how it tricks us and how it can be tricky, and essentially how anything that can be changed within the mind, in the illusion through the perception of the mind, is that of the illusion. So it's not truth. Anything that we can change the perception of through our mind is part of the illusion. Example, cold showers. Well, cold showers have become a fad of people doing to create mind discipline, which is great. But the truth is, if we really broke it down, that you actually had a change at the level of the mind before you got into the shower. And then while you were into the shower, it's what the mind is saying about the action you are doing and the reason why you are doing it. Because the cold shower, you could go get hypnotized and have a hypnotist cause you to believe that that ice cold shower is scalding hot and burning your skin. My question is, if in fact someone can change you at the level of your decoding, which is the brain, to believe that something that was ice cold is burning your skin hot, then was it ever ice cold? Or was it ever hot? Or is it all just the perception of the mind? And what we have been taught it is, whether that is on an individual level or is on a collective oneness mind level. Isn't that kind of mind-blowing? Another example is people with anorexia. A person with anorexia can look in the mirror and let's say they're 5'7" and they weigh 120 pounds. And they look in the mirror and they see that they're so fat. They're obese because that is their perception. And their perception is based on the stories, past memories, future plans, not on the here and now. But a person who doesn't suffer from anorexia can look at that same image in the mirror and see unhealthy, skinny, too skinny, can see all of those things. So how can the same person with just a different perception see something so completely different? The mind is all about perception. This illusion is all about the perception at the level of the mind. Whatever perception you are coming from, whether it's the ego belief system or the Holy Spirit's belief system, determines what you see, but it also determines what you experience. I wanted to share that because this goes into also making choices within the illusion. Oftentimes, when we are coming from the ego belief system, we see choices as sacrifice. An example, alcohol. Many people do 30 days no alcohol in January to clean their systems out. And many times people will do that 30 days and they do it fine. But then come February 1, they get plastered. They overindulge. And what I believe is occurring is that their perception for that entire 30 days was that of sacrifice. And when we feel as though we sacrifice something, the second we have exposure to it, we need to take on as much as possible. I have done this many times in my lifetime, and a lot of it has to do with sweets. I have a sweet tooth in my adulthood. I did not have one as a child. And it's been a constant battle for me, or it had been. And what I noticed looking back and in the moments as well is that I would limit myself in sweets. Maybe I couldn't have sweets Monday through Friday, but on Saturday I could. But the problem was, because I was viewing it from a place of sacrifice, the moment I was allowed sweets, I would literally eat enough sweets till I was sick. And I would also alternate. I would eat all the sweets and then eat some salt so that I could eat some more sweets. And it was just this madness until my belly got so sick. And I believe it's because I viewed not having it during the week as a sacrifice, when in fact it was a choice. It was a choice that I wanted to choose feeling good about myself. I wanted to choose having more energy. I wanted to choose all the things, the outcomes that would come from not having the sugar. That is very common with people with alcohol. I recently had a client who was deciding about drinking on their birthday or not, and they felt rebellious. If they were to say, no, I'm not going to drink, they wanted to rebel against their own internal dialogue and make the choice to drink, because they felt like not drinking was a sacrifice. Instead of a choice, it was a negative. When in fact, both are equally choices. So if you are coming from the ego belief system, you could see both choices as sacrifice because they both have things that you will not gain. Or you can see from the Holy Spirit's belief system that both choices have gains, their own individual gains. And there is no sacrifice either way, because truly from the Holy Spirit belief system, there is no sacrifice. There's no such thing as sacrifice or death. We are eternal beings. This video has really been about just sparking that curiosity in your mind, that curiosity of, what is my perception in my mind right now of this event, of this action, of whatever? And not that it's wrong what your perception is in that moment, but the more you become aware of what perception you are choosing and owning that this event, I'm experiencing it this way due to my perception, is part of that mind discipline we talk about in order to be able to choose the Holy Spirit's belief system over the ego's belief system in times of distress and stress along this journey of stepping into full enlightenment. But I hope this video helpful for you in just taking a step back for a moment to reflect and bring awareness to truly life is not happening to you, but in fact, it's happening for you, and your perception is everything. And the reason why perception is everything again is because everything is at the level of the mind. Everything outside of you is a projection of the perception within, and how you receive everything outside of you is a result of your perception within. But ultimately, know that at the end of the day, everything is perception and based on what belief system you are coming from. Love you tons. Bye.